Hello guys, welcome back to the Lumley Trading video. Now you're seeing AMC absolutely fly after hours. We're up about 60% as of right now. Now why is it? So again, this is off the news that AMC Entertainment shares are trading higher after Delaware judge denied the company from converting its AMC preferred shares into common shares. Now, this is a good thing. It's why we're moving up off this news, because again, it's basically less dilution going to happen. But I wouldn't be too optimistic on news like this. Again, the company that has or controls these shares is the one wanting to do this, trying to dilute your shares. So to me, it's why I don't hold this stock long term at all. I don't hold this long bias, because if the overall company is trying to ruin your shareholders' value, why would you want to be invested in it? And so yes, it is good we're bouncing off this news, but it's definitely not something to be looking at from long term, at least from how I look at the stocks. Now though, to get into the key levels, firstly I want to note, obviously we skyrocketed on this news. We went straight through that level, straight through this, straight through that. Now when you get the initial announcement, again, that's why we never trade levels on the initial announcement, because you don't know how far it's going to go. So we start to wait for that weakness. Either this could have been considered weakness, or definitely here, once you just see the volume start to slow, the moves or the kind of average, the ATR on each candle get less, and you start to see a bit more consolidation. Shows you now that the stocks are going to get a little more calm, that levels are going to be respected. And then you can see we pulled back, we came into 644 to the penny and bounced, and that looks like we're maybe pushing higher. So what are these levels? What are the key things? And just to show you, that 644 did get a great bounce. It's the only after hour trade I've taken on it, because I would short this, but I can't short, well, I don't want to short it after hours, for the main reason being, again, I can't buy options to define the risk. So I'm not touching this after hours short bias. If Monday it can stay at these elevated prices, I'm trading it short bias. But just to show you that level and where it came from, 644 right there, first deviation on our 1 year chart. So again, that was key. That's how we usually look to trade it, the bounce and the continuation. But to go on to other key levels then, so what we can pay attention to, and actually for this we will turn on the extended session so we can see everything. So again, supports on the downside would be 535, 644. So those are the key supports, and basically this 735, but we're basically on this now. So these are basically the three supports I'd be paying attention to as of right now if you're looking for potential longs. Now, what I'm more paying attention to, and again, this is for me waiting until the open on Monday. If we are at, well, anywhere above 735, I'm short, but really want to see a push to 1065 or 1485. Now, what this is that blue line, that's our second deviation on the 1 year, and this green one is our third deviation on the 1 year. Now, this is the highest we can really see AMC going from any reasonable standpoint. This is the third deviation is 99.7% of data should trade below that level. So again, if we start trading above this level, we know most likely 900 out of 10 that's going to be very short-lived. We expect a pullback. So when I'm looking to trade that, again, there's multiple different ways. I'm trading it short buy, so it means I can short the shares, buy the calls to define that risk. We can play vertical spreads, or we can buy outright puts. The reason I say I'm looking at that short buy so is because, again, when these stocks short squeeze, they're short-lived. They're going to fall back to those. Again, this is good news in the short term, but overall it's still negative news. Why is a company trying to dilute your shareholder value? Not something you would want to be holding long value if it was something else doing it. So why would you want to hold AMC? So to me, that's why I'm very bearish on the play. But again, it's playing it sensibly. They can definitely squeeze, and in that case, that's why I want defined risk, so we don't have to get faked out of the trade. And if it did squeeze, we are protected. And that's why I said, even if we short the shares, we're buying calls to define that risk. So no matter what, even if it squeezed to $100 a share, not expecting to see that, but if it did, obviously we're protected. We have a defined risk strategy. So that's what I'm looking at. Again, key levels, resistances I'm looking to trade into Monday would be 1065 or 1485 if we can hold and continue up. And from the support side, 735, 644 and 535. Now, coming into Monday, I could actually see us opening lower than where we are now. And again, it's just because it's good news compared to where we were earlier today, but overall still bad news that a company is trying to dilute. So I do think it will give back most of this gains, and that's why if we can get the move to 1065 or 1485 quickly, and we can get there, relatively soon, then I'll trade that short bias. But if we don't get there, to me, there's no trading opportunity. Not looking to play any more bounces on this, and not really looking to short at this sort of level. I want it to push higher and get a good entry. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, why don't you check out this video, because you'll probably enjoy that one too.